Hi there. This is Dr. John Whitcomb talking about alkali therapy for viral infections. It's pertinent with COVID. Where does this come from? In the great pandemic of influenza in 1919, 100 years ago, it was observed that people who took bicarb rarely got the influenza. It was just observed. Interesting. And if they did, they had a mild course of it. It wasn't until about 1990 that coronaviruses were being studied in a lab, and we have lab bench research showing that the coronavirus is quite stable at a pH of 6, slightly acidic. Remember, 7 is neutral, but degraded within 30 minutes with a pH of 8. Now, your blood is 7.365, pretty precisely. And you don't change your pH much because your breathing depends on the very subtle changes in carbon dioxide, and your brain reads it and says, take a breath. But you have a whole series of buffers in your body that do change, and they change in relationship to that. Now, what we do know, and this may be the key, is that every cell in your body have little pores, connections, particularly in an organ. There are pores between two cells, if you look at the wall between them, and the proteins are called connexins, C-O-N-N-E-X-I-N-S, connexins. And when you are alkali and your buffers indicate that you're alkali, as proven by your urine having an alkaline pH, they're wide open. When they're acidic, they're shut. Now it's interesting, through most of mammalian evolution we were vegetarian and had alkaline urine, and so our basic core physiology is designed to be alkaline. And if you look at, there have been multiple studies done now that look at the amount of alkali food when hunter-gatherers used to eat, some 150 different cultures all around the world. They tended, because the amount of plant material they ate, the biological ash of plants is slightly alkaline. The biological ash of animals is slightly acidic. They tended to be to about 80 milliequivalents to the alkaline side. In our modern diet today, we are slightly to the acidic side. We eat more meat because we're wealthy and can afford it. And human physiology is certainly designed to be accommodated to meat, and there's clear evidence that eating meat is wonderful for you in some regards, but it's not good for your bones. And we have a current epidemic of osteoporosis coming along because of our acid change. But that isn't measured in hunter-gatherers because we don't have any evidence about them breaking their hips. But we do know that connexins shut when you are acidic. That's the key. To me, that makes perfect sense. I get it. When you take 2 bicarbs a day, you take a tablespoon of bicarb morning and evening with a viral infection, you dramatically reduce the impact of the viral infection. Maybe that's why Alka-Seltzer with their Plop, Plop, fizz, fizz for colds is so effective. This is really interesting. And now the American Society, that's congealing around the use of peptides, has included alkali therapy twice a day for folks who get COVID. I've given it to about 20 people. It works. What will work for me? If I have the misfortune of getting COVID, which I've avoided so far, I'll be taking bicarb twice a day. Arm & Hammer's good enough. You could do it too. See how you do. Can't hurt you, and it'll help your bones for a week or two. Dr. John Whitcomb for News and Nutrition.